Well, hey everybody. I'm going live here on my own YouTube channel. I've got some others, but I'm going live here. Let's see if anyone joins, and I don't really even think anyone follows me on here, but I don't know. I wanted to talk to y'all, and just share how things are going, and just anything like that. If you want to chat, I think it's open, so you can go ahead and raise anything you want. But I just wanted to pop on here with my blue hair and my personality and my kind of aftermath of everything that went down this week. Uh yes, this is going to get into politics a little bit. Um or more than a little bit. So, for those of you who may not know who the hell I am, and again, I usually interact on YouTube from my business channels. I don't really ever react. I think I interact in chats and comments from this channel, my Rachel Has the Mic channel. This is me. This is not on behalf of my business, though my business does tend to represent me pretty accurately. Um, but about me a little bit. I am a 49, I am almost 50 years old, 50-year-old woman. I live in Colorado. I um, I have tattoos. I am married. I have two kids who are, driving. I have a cat. I like to play video games, not so much co-op online. I like playing solo by myself, though my husband and I might play Baldur's Gate together in the next while. Um, I'm a nerd. I love sci-fi. Pretty much anything that's like aliens or Star Trek, Star Wars, all that stuff. I go to what my family and I go to Fan Expo every year, and we do cosplay. So I'm into all that. And I know the color of my hair may not make you very surprised to hear all of that stuff. I also really dig fantasy colors. I'm basically waiting until this gets fully silver or white, and then I'm probably gonna just go full bore white with some pink, peak colors. But for now, I do fantasy color. Uh, and a little bit more about me. Let's get on the political side. So, I was a lifelong Republican. From the time I was a little kid, my parents were Republican. We went to church my entire life, still go to church. Um, my dad taught in church. I grew up, I became a youth leader. I led worship. I usually went to non-denominational slash evangelical churches. So very immersed in that, probably a little much. There had even were parts of my life and my growing up and becoming an adult where it was the focus of my life. Um, and I don't necessarily think that was a good thing at the time. There is too much of a good thing. Not too much God, that's fine, but humans tend to mess that stuff up. But anyway, yeah, I voted Republican up until probably I did not vote for Obama. I can tell you that. But after Obama was in office, I kind of started listening a bit more and learning some things. I should point out too, I am college educated. I pay my bachelor's degree after a 20-year stint of going to multiple colleges and racking up tons of debt. I'm going to be paying my school loans until after my kids probably are done with college, and I don't know that they're going to take out any loans. That's our goal, is to just pay out of pocket. Do not do loans. Oh my gosh, I'm the poster child for that. I'm also the poster child for probably get your schooling done sooner than later. I finished my degree after being married and having young kids, and so that was tough. And I was working a full time job, very full time job at the time. Anyway, so there you know. So you know my education, kind of who I am, and like I said, I voted Republican all the way through Obama, through the Obama administration, the 8 years there. Um, I think I voted for Obama for his second term because by that time, and I want to thank online communities for this, because I really, with all the pitfalls that social media and online message boards and online communities can have, um, there are so many advantages to them as well. And one of them was really letting me be able to cross geographical boundaries and meet other people who had, some of them had very similar viewpoints, but many of them had very varying viewpoints. Um, and it was through that community that I befriended, again online, but I befriended people who did not look like me or believe like me. And I grew over the years to care about them and care what happened in their life and listen to things happening in their lives. And it was really interesting because I slowly started to sense that, wow, they're having a different experience than A, I do, or B, I assumed that they had. I will tell you, I really didn't see racism as a problem. Shocker, I know. Yes, I'm sarcastic at times too. I didn't see it as a problem. I was like, well, I'm not. And I went to school and growing up, elementary and high school, a little bit in the South in Georgia. I do remember moving to Colorado and being like, it was a little bit of a reversal of the Blazing Saddles. Where are all the black people at? Like they're just. And by the way, there's just still not. We have a lot of work to do with diversity in this state. But it was just that was a wake up call because I was very used to going to school with black and brown people, black and brown kids like me, or not me, kids like me, but black and brown. Okay, you got it. You get it. But I had always gone on the assumption I'm like, well, we live in America and everything's great, and everybody's got opportunity, bootstraps for everybody. Everybody's got equal chances of succeeding everywhere. Um, and I also was raised to believe, Republicans were the party of Christianity, of family values. Focus on the family, y'all. When I was leading worship and leading youth groups, I was whole hogging on that shit. Um, I I believed it to my core. Um, but I'm here to tell you that learning about real life experiences from real people who were not lying to me are not lying to me. They are sharing with me their real fears and their experiences and their history. Um, I I just thought we were all fine. We were post-racial. Well, slavery was back then. That's over. It was over the second Lincoln declared the Emancipation Proclamation. I had no clue about Jim Crow laws. I had no clue about the Tulsa bombing, Black Wall Street. Um, I had no clue about racism, and I was very vacant about police violence against, statistically so much more against Black people, and also the fact that so many Black people are imprisoned, and that is a direct correlation to Jim Crow laws, where it's like, well, great, they're free. Let's make sure that we catch them breaking whatever laws we make, so they end up in prison doing work for free for us again anyway. Um, and I'm just scratching the surface here, but these are things I learned. And I learned more too. I learned about how my fellow moms who are Black and brown are frightened every day about their kid if they are just come across the wrong situation or scenario. And if they are not treated equally, they could end up dead or very hurt. Um, I don't. I barely worry about that with my kids. I worry more about it now with school shootings. I really kind of can't wait for my daughter to be done with high school. My son is. Um, but so I'm giving you all this background to say, and I'm gonna keep learning. I'm not perfect. I mess up all the time still. I'm sure I am guilty of, performing microaggressions against Black and brown people in this country that don't deserve it. I might be best intentioned, but I'm messing up, and I wanna I wanna mess up as little as possible, and I basically want people to be treated humanely. I want them to be treated equally. I want them to have the opportunities, and because I'm way more cognizant now of what our history is as a nation and what our inherent biases are and systemic racism that's in place. Um, and I can point this out too. Um, it's not just racism, but it's also you know sexism. It's being homophobic. Uh, Colorado just voted that our constitution would remove the ban against same-sex marriage. Um, it was in our constitution, but we just removed it. It was there. It's been there for years, and we've welcomed. We have a gay mayor or governor, excuse me, Jared Polis, um, who is married to a man, and but yet we still have that on our books. So And people might be like, well, it doesn't matter. Yeah, it does. Like there's stuff like that that is still in place. There are still laws on the books in HOA chapters that uh, make that say that a house cannot be sold to a non-wet couple. Those laws are still on books. Do realtors adhere to them? No, but they're still on the books. So we're not done with it. We have laws in place that are, even if people are like, oh, we don't pay attention to those, yeah, but they're there. Then get rid of it. If it's not important anymore, not relevant, then erase it. Um, so all this driving to say, here's what's coming next. I don't know. I cannot try to imagine. I can only try to imagine. I can't. I'm never going to get close to knowing how this feels to my black and brown fellow humans who feel endangered every day, and now know that Donald Trump is going to be back in office and back in power. Um, I have been very fortunate to not have been ever sexually assaulted in my life. Harassed, yes. I've definitely been groped and kissed against my will. Like, I don't know if that calls for assault, but it's not. I haven't been raped. Okay. I'm very thankful for that, and I hope that I don't want anyone to have that feeling. But for women who have, or anyone who's been through that, to know that there is an educated, convicted rapist as the president, I'm sure that I can't. How do you cope with that? So I'm sharing all this with you to say I'm here. I'm gonna be here. I have guesses as to how things are going to turn out and what's going to play out. I think that people who voted for Trump thinking that was the best choice are in for a wake up call. I could be wrong. Like I just said, I learn all the time. I could be. I hope I'm wrong, frankly. But I get why people are scared and freaking out. Um, I'm gonna be here for them. Um, I am not here to be a bully. I'm not here to gloat that my guy won. You know, not law abiding, not law and order, grossly negligent, misogynistic, disgusting, you'll know them by their fruit person. And wow, what am I seeing here? I'm not here for that guy. And people are going to, if they are ride or die with him, okay, you just better leave the rest of us alone. Just don't try it. We're not the ones. Um, I'm here for the people who are scared. I'm here for the people who sense the danger and aren't sure what's going to happen. I'm here for them. Um, so I don't know. I just wanted to get on and say that. Um, okay, I'm going to go now. I don't know if anyone will see this. Uh, maybe I'll see y'all on Baldur's Gate if I ever do go out.